So my name is Mike Eldred. I've been with Fender now for about 13 years. I started building guitars when I was 19 years old. I was Grover Jackson's first employee he hired at Charvel. I learned how to build guitars there. I learned how to ruin guitars there. Greg is also here. Greg's, how long you were with Custom Shop?
I've been 19 years at Custom Shop, 15 years as a master builder.
Yeah.
Sort of 1990.
And who have you built guitars for?
Robin Ford, Neil Sean, Jeff Healy, Rhonda Smith.
Well, the Custom Shop was started in 1986 officially by Bill Schultz, one of the guys who bought Fender from CBS. And what Bill wanted to do, his original vision, is that he wanted to make a place where artists can come and kind of get some custom guitars built. And really quickly, like within like 2 weeks, they started expanding that out so that anybody could get a guitar built there.
Oh, we're always encouraging somebody to think of a new idea or come up with a better idea. Anybody, even the guys in the factory. If some guy, a tune tester on the line, has a better way to do something, they're going to listen to that guy, and that's the way it's going to be. If they find out it works out right. So it isn't just the master builders, but it's the whole factory and the whole company as far as that goes.
And why, for example, like 40 years ago, we still think that those guitars sounds better than today's, like 2009. The technology is everything. It's much more. What's the part that it's where is the magic over there? Like, it's something because through the years the guitar was standing there. Because today it should be much easier to make a good instrument, right?
G.E. Smith lives here in New York. He's a really good friend of mine. I talked to him today. G.E. Smith is probably the best guy that has the answer for that. He has a lot of vintage guitars. I mean, a lot. More so than I've seen a lot of people own. GE will be the first one to tell you that they're making the guitars better now than they ever have done at Fender. He'll be the first guy to tell you that. There's a trade show every 6 months. One's in Nashville right now, and one's in Anaheim, California in January. And for those trade shows, we bring the best of the best that we make. And basically, I'll go to the builders and I'll say, "Hey, man, make whatever you want," and they just go nuts. It's great because there's no agenda. There's no consumer telling them what next shape. Yeah, and so these guys just sit there and pour their heart into the stuff that comes to that show, and then Tommy comes in and buys it all the first day.
I'm curious about the guitars that the Custom Shop built for Gretsch. The Gretsch, the White Falcons, and the 6120s and so forth, because those to me were some of the most amazing guitars. I ordered the Custom Shop White Falcon the day that I found out about it. I bought it from Tommy. How does that come about? How do you guys get this request to all of a sudden build this amazing guitar that's it's got the legacy but hasn't really been made well for years, and then just boom and get it right?
I don't know. No. Billy Zoom is a Gretsch player. When we did his guitar, his tribute model, we brought his guitar in and we actually had it X-rayed. We also did that when we did the 6120s that we'd made in the Custom Shop. We had those. We had an original 59 X-ray, so we can really see everything. You can measure everything out. You can do a scale drawing and everything, and really figure out how the bracing goes in. So we did all that stuff. So it's for us, it's fun, It's like, oh man, we get to really dig in and find out how we do it.
I'm just curious if there's ever going to be a time where I could just be like, oh, can I go for a 59 with like Filtertrones and get everything done the way I want?
Jumpin' Joe Reynoso is right over here in the leather jacket, and he is the national sales manager for the custom division of Fender, which deals with Gretsch, Charvel, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it. I mean, if anything you want to do, we'll do it. So just come and talk to me afterwards, and I'll get you taken care of, okay?
Excellent.
It was funny, when we did the Hendrix guitar, I went up to EMP up in Seattle. There was this girl, Michelle Wallace, who was one of the assistant curators, and she had to take the guitar off the display and then hand it over to me. And she gets done doing her thing, and she goes, "Okay, here you go." And she goes, "Now what exactly are you going to do?" I go, "I have to take the guitar completely apart. I have to take the neck off, everything." And she just looked at me and she just went, like, it was like, oh no, all the screws, when they're taken apart, all the screws go back in the exact same holes. There's a certain respect that you have to have for something like that, because at that point it's kind of beyond who we are. It's more, you know, when we're dead and gone, that stuff's gonna happen. Like the Hendrix thing, you know, they said that'll never happen again, you know, and so we have to really kind of guard that stuff because it's part of our history, it's part of their history too. To me, the one that sticks out of all of them was the Rory Gallagher guitar. Rory's guitar was routed on the inside. Looked like it was routed by a kid. I mean, it was just tore up. No offense. No offense.
We'll go to the NAMM show, and that's our chance to go check out other guitar companies. So, you know, yeah, you'll see stuff like, hey, man, that's pretty cool, you know, maybe we should try, you know. I mean, I've done that. It's like, you know, maybe we ought to try that, or maybe, you know, see how that works. But, you know, a Strat's a Strat. You know, people kind of expect, it is what it is. You kind of expect it, you know, how it performs and what it is. So if you start changing that around, then it becomes not what it is. You know, it becomes not a Strat. It becomes a Tom Anderson / Fender, or a Paul Reed Smith / Fender, you know.
My feeling on it and my view of the consumer, and, you know, Tommy knows this full blown, right? It's like Gibson's not an enemy of ours at all, right? They're just another paintbrush, you know? This doesn't sound like a Les Paul, right? And that doesn't sound like a Telecaster. What's wrong with that? Whatever. It's all good, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. To me, that's healthy for the industry, you know. A lot of the guys on the forum now are going on. They go, "Hey, how come you don't do any of the shiny guitars?" I
think we ruined everything.
I responded to the guy. I said, "You got to give the people what they want, and right now they want relics.